All right. Well, I'll go ahead and start, I guess, because I got nothing else. Um, okay. So, first order of business. Welcome everyone. I have no idea what state of the guild number we're on. It's like 7 or something. I don't know, something like that, around there. But I got quite a few things actually to go over this time around. Number one on the list I wanted to kind of talk about is we're just going to start off with the. I just wanted to say thank you everyone who came out to when we went and attempted to place our hideout in North Strand Beach, and we had that big giant ass fucking fight against Grape. I mean I had a good time. It was a fun fight, and like even though like we were outnumbered, there were some unfortunate circumstances that occurred, which kind of it sucked, but I think we did pretty good with what we had available to us. So uh, yeah, they just knew they had to bring a hunter. There was no other way they could win, obviously. So yeah, I wanted to just first and foremost say thank you for that. And then I wanted to talk a little bit more about hideouts in general, because next week I'm aiming for next weekend. I'm probably going to right after we get done with this, or sometime tonight, whenever I remember. I'm going to set an event for us to place another hideout. Like I'm aiming for next weekend. However, I think we're going to aim for probably just one of the dry top zones and just place it with CBH. It's either dry top or we might go over with Scarlet Pact over in the which ones are those? Wide Drownfield course, yeah. So we might go over into that zone and hang out with them over there, or one of those. Either way, we're aiming for a zone that is less contested, just something we can set up. Maybe we can't HQ it, but that's fine. We're just going to set it up and use it to farm season points for as long as we're able to keep it. Is basically the idea, and give us something to play out of in the meantime. Um, in addition to me placing that event, I also kind of want to get everybody's thoughts and feelings on North Strand Beach as a whole. So I'm gonna do a quick like open if anybody's got anything that they want to say. Um, I kind of want to just know if you guys like have any strong feelings about if you want to keep trying for North Strand Beach, or if you're in the same like you want to give it up, or if you're in the same boat as like me and Lost, where we kind of feel like we are like, nah, honestly, the fights make me just want it that much more, and it's just going to be a goal we keep reaching for to try to achieve eventually. But in the meantime, we'll get hideouts other places and do stuff like that. But that's still on the list. So if anybody's got any opinions about that, like if you think maybe we shouldn't, if you just like kind of don't want to die over and over again, then I'm gonna kind of give you guys a moment to speak about that. Um, you think so? Yeah, I just try to do it like yeah. I think you're right. We'll probably do that. Okay. Like what code says, hideout HQ is important. Don't care slash where it is. Cool. Yes, that is absolutely one thing we want to get down. Mostly just to say we have one. Yeah, yeah, we still want that. It's just we're gonna in the meantime put some hideouts up other places and play out of those just to get some stuff going. Well, okay, one, yeah, but yeah. So that's pretty much it for hideout talk that I wanted to go over. Um, Next is I wanted to kind of congratulate and let everybody be aware that we had some promotions. We moved Liquid Code up to a junior shot caller, so he's mostly running non-lethal like training new player events. So if you are a new player joining the guild and just looking at this video or something, then Liquid Code's your guy. You want to talk to him if you're just starting out in the game and have no idea what anything is. That's the place to start. So welcome Liquid Code to Junior Shot Caller, and we also went ahead and we promoted Arcane. Arcania Waters to shot caller, so he is able to do more black zone roaming, black zone statics, red zone statics, whatever. A lot more PvP oriented stuff. So we've got some of that content coming soon. If he shows up to his own goddamn events, Waters. Anyways, so yeah, so we had those promotions, which I like was it's very nice to have a shot caller again. So I'm very happy about that. So the next section is actually for there's a few jobs that we need. A few of these are I need to replace a few people who are either taking a break or in one case they moved over to the East server. So I actually would like to, if I can, get a welcomer as a job. And the welcomer's job is essentially just to welcome people into the server, into the Discord server. So most of your work's done through the Discord server. Basically, somebody joins the guild. They go through the application process, typically with me. And then when they join, I then give them the member role, which allows them to see the whole Discord, and I give them the new member role, which gives them that yellow name on the member list on the right. And so basically, your job would be as a welcomer is to reach out to those people, usually through a private message through Discord or whatever, and try to get them into a voice call with you pretty close to as soon as they join the Discord as you can. And you just drop into a chat with them one on one and just kind of explain to them the basics of how we do stuff in the guild, like how we post our events, how we loot split, who the shot callers all are, who the guild leadership is, that kind of stuff, and just kind of like give them a welcome as well as as well as answer any questions they might have. And a lot of times the questions I get when I do these welcome calls is they'll ask for like, build advice or uh, like what they should be focusing on, what kind of content they should be doing, that kind of stuff. So if that sounds like something you'd be willing to do, I would appreciate it. It's kind of a cursed job because it seems like every single person who takes this job just like leaves the game, or they go to the East server. Fucking paper. Uh, anyways, so I would like to get somebody to replace that job if I could. Next job that I need is I want to start pushing a lot harder for recruitment. So I would like to get people to do some more active recruiting, which would involve posting on, or like posting kind of a pre-typed out um, guild advertisement, so to speak. Getting you to, or that you'll post on like other discords, like the Albion main Discord. I'm pretty sure they have a guild recruitment thing. The Ava Discord has a guild recruitment thing. Like the HCE Discord has a guild recruitment thing. The or the Albion online forums has a guild recruitment section where you can post. I'm basically just trying to post in all these sections to get people in, and so it's kind of a menial, like a what's the word, tedious job, I guess I would say. So it's a little bit of a tedious job, but I feel like I would really like to start pushing harder for recruitment and getting people in that are going to be active and be helpful and be participating in stuff. And I feel like if they're bothering to look on forums and in other discords, then they probably are already in that boat. I want to do. I want a recruiter. I also would like to, if this if this state of the guild isn't any proof as that I need this, is I would actually like to hire some more cameraman roles for people. Basically, all I want that role to do is just be like when you're running and doing stuff with the guild, just be recording what you're doing. That way you can get cool clips, cool videos of like the guild doing stuff, like when we land a super good clap in like whatever fight we're having, or just funny moments, and then you can just like record that stuff and just kind of allow us to uh, kind of create a collection. And we lots of times like you can just take the video file and you can just mail or email it to me, um, and we can work that out. But yeah, you can send it to me and then we can upload stuff like to the guild YouTube channel. And we also want to start trying to collect a bunch of video clips and stuff, because one thing you can do when you're sending out your recruiter to go recruit people is have a recruitment video along with it of just the vibe of your team and try to, or the vibe of your guild and try to get some interest that way. So yeah, or a lost rage non montage. Yes, exactly. Um, so I would like some more cameramen, and it's honestly one of those jobs that I'm like I don't think there's anything wrong with having multiple, having lots of people able to do these things because not everybody can come to every event. Like as evidenced by Spuds not being here, he's the cameraman that usually records these, and he's not here. Um, so that's fun. Uh, one other thing is Vince approached me recently and said that he's going to be taking a break here for a little bit coming up soon. And one of the jobs he does for the guild, for lack of a better term, I'll call it a journal runner. Basically, on my private island, his private island, and I think one or two other private islands, we've got a bunch of houses set up with mercenary journal or mercenary laborers in them. And basically, all you do is you fill up tier 8 journals and you will go in every day and hand the laborers the journals. They spit out a bunch of silver. You take the silver, you get a cut of it, so it is a paid position. You get a cut of it, and then you deposit the rest into the guild funds, which is pretty nice. I think I like you definitely make a solid chunk of money. I don't remember what Vince says he makes, but he seems to love doing it. So he'd be the better guy to ask about. If you want specific details about like kind of how much money you get, how much money you're messing with, how much work it actually is, uh, Vince would be the guy to ask. If not, this will probably be something I end up having to do, which I would rather not, but hopefully somebody steps up. So those kind of cover the different jobs and different roles I need people to fill. Um, the next thing I really wanted to talk about is if you aren't already aware, and you might have seen not a lot of guild avas being run recently. We're kind of changing the way we did it, or that we're doing them, and Lost has actually created an entirely separate server that we're going to use as kind of a meeting point between uh, people that want to run avas in our alliance and people that want to run avas that are just friends with us, like TMTO and yeah, sorry, and Tomato and you know Toopy, Scoops, and Papers in our guild, so that doesn't count. But yeah, the people who are friends but not in the guild. So it's kind of a meeting point between all of them, so we can run Avas with our buddies and get that figured out. Um, so if you aren't, yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you want to be, if you're not already in that and you're in gridlock and you want to be, reach out to Lost, get that figured out, and we'll get you sorted through. Because I'm pretty sure just about everybody in our guild we just let in automatically, unless you're like a brand new member to our guild, then you know might be a little more screening. But yeah, yep. But if you're interested in it, then go ahead and message Lost. So um, kind of the last point I wanted to go over is the Alliance Discord. Um, so we had a meeting with the leadership. Was it yesterday or the day before? I forget. I think I want to say yesterday too. Yeah, we had a meeting with them, discussing all the leadership specifically, discussing all the pinging that's going on and all the different things like that. And so we wanted to try to ask everybody now, because I'm sure a lot of you have, to probably unmute the Alliance server. It'll be safe now. That's yeah. Yes. Because with that, I'm highly encouraging everybody who is in this call right now to go there, hit your react rolls if you want to do any of that. Hit those react rolls, get over there, unsilence it, because right now we have it set up so that at here and at everyone pings are only for like important shit. Right? It's only going to be like hideout defenses and like, or we're attacking hideouts or Terry fights. Like, it's going to be, oh, sorry, it's going to be the big shit. Right? So that's going to be the only stuff you should get pinged from from that server. So it should be all safe for you there. And yeah, so head there, hit those React roles, and with that, I also want to strongly try to encourage people to spend some more time doing events over there with the Alliance. Like we haven't, as a guild, we haven't been doing a whole lot with them. We've been kind of like we're showing up and we're doing some of the bigger stuff and like lost to shot calling some stuff, and we do show up when we show up, but typically at the moment it's been a lot of um, like when me and lost, yeah, when me and lost ask specifically, otherwise no gridlock shows up at all, right? So I definitely want to try to get more people just over there just doing like some red zone dungeons, and honestly like liquid code 2 as well if you want to like do new trainer or new like brand new player events for anybody in the alliance. I also can take your events from our server and I can mirror them over to theirs and have the signups be shared just like we do for avas, just like we do for, you know, the big ZVZ fights like the one this morning and the one tomorrow morning. Um, so if you want to do events that include new players from all the alliances, you could totally do that, because I understand our guild doesn't necessarily always have as many new members, so sometimes running a full party for that is sometimes there's just not enough people. Um, but yeah, yeah, I was like today we messed up, and they kind of just like came up to us and said, "We're not going to come break your hideout, but we're busy." So, but yeah, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, from the alliance. Yeah, yeah, as para. Yeah. Woo! So the anybody watching Twitch can see us get wiped. Perfect. It, yeah, exactly. There you go. With that, at the moment, I will say like we've been using like we're trying to like with that discussion we had yesterday with the alliance leadership. They're going to be trying to transition all of the shot callers. So for all of the um, not big deal events, we're going to be trying to get them all to use raid helper for it. So the signups will be very the same as we've got them now internally in our guild. They do, however, still they still want to use a spreadsheet for the big planned ZVZ events because they want to have more specific. Like I've got Realm Breaker. I've got, they don't want just melee, tank, and healer and support, right? Yeah, so you can see it on their Alliance news channel. Ayumi has posted a link to it and to the Google Docs sheet. God, I'm just coughing and dying. Sorry, 1 second. But yeah, so if you go to Alliance News on the Alliance Discord, on there, there's the link, so you can go to that and see where that's at. And that's the way they currently want to do what they're calling CTA pings or CTA events, which um, is a terrible word for it because it's not mandatory, but most people are used to hearing CTA and assuming that that's a mandatory thing. So it's not mandatory, but those are the big important events, the type of events that get add here and add everyone pings, right? So uh, make sure you check that out because that's the way the alliance wants to do it. I'm working on trying to break them down and getting them to do a just do raid helper for everything. But the problem is they'll need premium because they can set up the custom templates to be exactly the same as like we do Ava's, and you can make it very complicated and honestly accomplish the same thing that spreadsheet does, only in a in a custom template for raid helper. But it is the premium version, so they'd have to pay for it. But I'm working on breaking them down and getting them to just do it that way because I think we all would prefer that. But at the moment, this is the way we're doing it, so we're going to play along. They already made some concessions to us with Raid Helper in general, using it at all. So you know we're compromising a little bit at the moment. So um, with that, I'm going to move to the final